Our actions are driven by only two forces: love and selfishness. And in our actions, there are only two engines, two types of action: the action driven by love and the action driven by selfishness. Actions that are mainly driven by the intention of being of help and service to others, thus beneficial to others, and not very influenced, we might say, or dominated by personal interest that may arise from our actions. Others have no obligation toward us. However, there is an expectation, in the sense that our wealth is bestowed upon us. Everything we have received has been given to us to make the most of it. There is a universal suggestion everywhere, on every continent, in every country, on every piece of land, even in a few grains of dust between two stones. In a wall, life can be born. Life is born, and I remain amazed by this perfection, by this force. And we are born to share this force, not to keep it all to ourselves. Because if you keep it all to yourself, you become a somewhat dark person. It's a shame, because you are not really like that. You become that way through your actions, but also through your feelings and what you perceive of yourself and what you end up enduring because of your actions. We must also defend ourselves when necessary. We have the obligation of self-defense in certain circumstances. But there must be a genuine and authentic threat. We must not react simply because we are irritated or perceive a lack of respect, or we see what we want to see, what we expect, what we demand from others. No, this is an illusion. All this distorts my vision and leads me to persevere in error, to continue to make mistakes, a mistake that empties me. People must understand that we need to have a balance. So, even if we like to be with others, sometimes we need to distance ourselves, rest, regenerate. We need to return to the previous state so that then, with sensitivity and renewed freshness, I would say, we can irrigate. We are not born to retain all our strength. The strength that remains within us creates a short circuit. And you know that cables, even if well made of copper and of a certain thickness, when the current is excessive, overheat up to melting. So it leads to damage, where instead there could have been life.